guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be doing a plan with me in my bullet journal, and I'm going to be doing it with the month of September. I was inspired by all the planner accessories, so this is how my spread is going to be. The first page I was inspired by a sticky note, so I'm going to draw this huge sticky note in the traditional orange color, and I handwrite September with a little bit of back shadow with my gray marker, which is not quite visible, but in person it is. Then I just take my micron pen and draw an outline to give it a little bit of 3D effect. Then on the top, of course, I had to draw a Mildliner, and my favorite color is purple. So I drew the purple color Mildliner on top, and just to tie everything together, I decided to draw a calendar at the bottom with the purple on the top as well. So it's just the monthly calendar, but as you can notice, I made a bit of mistake here. So I have 8 days instead of 7, and I'm going to fix it later in the video. So then I'm enjoying the look of ripped washi, so I use the 2 washes to tie everything together to make it look 3D, and I move on to my code page. You can use basically any quotation on this left hand page, or you can do a drawing if you wanted to. I wanted to make it look a little bit quicker, practical, and I enjoy motivational quotations. So I went with a standard quotation that can apply to everyone as well as back to school. So I used the 4 Mildliners. I'm going to stick to this so that it looks a little cohesive, and then I use the ripped washi on top and bottom as well. So now I'm moving to my calendar spread. For this spread, I thought about as to what to do, and then I thought maybe I should draw a bit of a travel journal. So I drew this huge book in my book. So it's a travel journal that I have drawn. It's in the color gray, and I think I am using one of the Stedliners or Stedler macroscopic duo liner to color in this mid-tone gray color all around. It reminds me of warmth, of winter feeling. It was really fun to just draw this travel book, and then I decided to bring in a little bit of color. So I decided to draw in the different or sketch in the different days with different markers. So I stuck in with the same 7 markers that I have been using, just to bring in a little bit more color to the spread, and I tried to use the lighter one in the middle so it kind of pops out. So this was pretty simple and straightforward spread so far. After I finish this, I'm going to fix my little bit of white space and make sure everything is colored properly, and then I draw little blobs where I'm going to put in the dates of the month. Now the dates are not visible here, but of course in person they are very visible, and I went with this 2-page spread because I have so many events for September I want to mark down in my calendar. I also do plan with me videos in my errand quadrant, as well as I have fitness planner, but this is going to be my main sort of planner to go back to see what things I should be referring to and what other things I should be planning. So I just finished writing all the dates, and now I'm going to take my ruler and draw the straight lines. Because the outside of this layout is hand-drawn, I wanted to give it a little bit of structure with the straight lines inside. Then I just stick in my washi on both the sides, and I write September on the left hand side and filling all the days as well. Then I decided to draw my paper clip, following the paper clip I already have, and I decided to go with the stitching as well on the travel journal. I think it makes it pop really nice, and I put in some stickers of little travel journals as well. Then for my next spread, which is my habit tracker, I decided to track only 6 habits, and of course I'll be using the 5 colors I've been using over and over just to make everything look cohesive. So again, the outside of these habit trackers are going to be hand drawn, so I will make sure the inside of it is going to be very nicely drawn with a ruler. You'll see what I'm doing. So once I finish writing or sketching the title page, then I just write the title, habit tracker, with my purple Mildliner, and I add a bit of 3D effect with my Muji, no, it is the Energel pen. just to make it pop out of the page, because of course that is a thing we are sticking with. I like everything to be a little 3D. Then I write the habits I'll be tracking this month, so later in the video. So as you can see, now I'm going to be using the ruler for the inside of it. And after I finish that, I just want to make sure that I'm not making any mistakes. And of course I end up making a few. I'm not really sure if you can tell in this video. Then after I finish this, I'm going to write the habits. So the main habits I'll be doing is cleaning. I'm making sure doing it every day, vitamins, flossing, and then I have to brush my dog's teeth, and that is something I keep on forgetting. Then I'm going to make sure I meditate and I work in my video as well. Then for the outside, I'm going to be hand drawing it using again my Micron 0.8, so that it's a little bit thicker pen. And I do the drawing very fast, as well as I try to give it a 3D effect. You'll see a little later I have this page turnout going on. I just color it a little bit just to make it look a little 3D. If you have more time, you can do drop shadows as well. It's completely customizable. Then at the end, later you will see I decide to put in some little washi tapes, and I go with different colors of washi tapes on different colors of boxes, so that again everything pops. So you'll see on the blue box I use the orange washi tape, and on the red I use the yellow one, on the yellow I use the green one, so and so forth. So after I finish putting in the washi tapes on my little trackers, then I put a little swatch, the bit washi at the bottom, just so that the entire spread looks cohesive. Then I move to my social media tracker. Now I'm aware that not everyone needs it, but for my business, I'm going to be doing a lot of social media tracking just to make myself accountable. I start with the YouTube tracker, and I plan to post at least one video a week, with one video a month for Muji. So just to give me a little bit more room to expand, I have 8 little columns for YouTube, and I drew the YouTube symbol on top. I think it just looks nice, contrasting with every other lettering that I have going on. So I just make sure I draw straight lines, because the YouTube symbol is hand drawn. So I try to balance the hand drawn with the straight lines so that it doesn't look all over the place. Then for my other trackers, I was going to just do the whole month and see how much tracking I can do. I started to do it with my ruler, and I got so tired. I thought it was very fast to do it with the hand. So I have 3 other trackers for my social media. The first one being TikTok, and then I use different markers to write the titles, and I noticed the titles are not popping off as much. And this is the other trick I use pen over my highlighter just to make everything, you guessed it, pop again. So I have TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And then of course I had to add the back shadows just again to make it a little bit 3D. Then I made a bit of mistake on the left hand side, and I used my washi tape to tie to hide my mistakes. And again I used the same dotted golden washi tape at the bottom, and I used some of the stickers from the Coffee Monster Scroll just to make this more interesting. Then for my next page, it is my brain dump page, and I usually have 4 to 5 items I'm usually working on. I wanted to record it, and for this I thought about drawing a huge envelope, because it reminds me of Happy Mail, and that is one of the other planner things I think everyone talks about. So I decided to go with a light brown color from my Mildliners to do the inside of the envelope. For the outside of the envelope, I wanted to match it with the travel notebook color that I had, so I went with the warm gray again. And I know it looks a lot of coloring, but it was very meditative. It was very fun to do. And then when I do this for the page inside, I decided to go with the little torn up page. So you'll see after I draw the boundary. So the outside of the boundary, I drew with the Staedtler macroscopic tube, because I wanted it to be a little bit thicker. And I think for the inside, and I again use the same pen to do stitching all over the envelope as well. I think it just brings a little bit more detail to it. And after I finish that, then for the page I use my Micron 0.8, I think. After I did that, I wrote the brainstorming and the 3 or 4 little points that I knew that I was going to put in, and I found an excellent button shaped sticker that is the same color as the envelope, and I think it just looks perfect. So after I was happy with the spread, I went on my next page, and this is my mood tracker. So initially I thought about adding little flags for mood trackers, but when I drew this post-it note, I wanted to do that on a post-it note, or like a stack of notes. I thought that I could just fit in only 24 of these little flags, and of course there are 30 days in September. So I thought for a bit, and then I decided to fix this problem without spending too much time on it. So I extended this huge stack of notes to one more column, if that makes any sense. And then I started drawing what I was happy with, little flags of equal length. And I just drew the boundary with my hand, and I used this Energel 0.5. This pen is really nice. It doesn't bleed through and it's dark enough. So after I do that, I give it a little bit of flag shape. I was thinking about putting in stitching inside the flags as well, but I was scared that it's going to smudge. So I draw the outside again with a ruler because the inside is drawn with hand. And just to give it a little bit of stacky effect, I put in the line so that it looks like a huge stack of paper. And I write mood tracker with red because it's going to contrast with the green of the tracker itself. Then I'm just going to choose the other 3 colors of the 4 or 5 colors I've been using to track my mood, just to see what kind of moods I'll have. So hopefully by the end of the month I'll have different colors shaded in here, and I just stuck with 3 basic colors in my legend. Then at the bottom I have a little goal tracker, so I just went with a torn paper look that I really like with yellow, and I wrote the goals on it with blue, and as well as I draw the little blobs in blue as well to tie everything together after I do the boundary of it. And then I went in my sticker book and I found an excellent emoji sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co. with a yellow pencil, and I think it just went really nice with it, so I put in that sticker. Then moving to my weekly spread, I decided to go with simple vertical layout where I have 7 columns as well as 1 little space for this week's important event. I decided to use different colors, the 5 colors I've been using, to shade in the top of the column so that I could write the names of the days. And then I used my ruler to draw completely straight lines so that it just looks a little tidier. And then I also used the same micron pen to do the inside of the columns as well. After I do that, I use my gray marker. I think again it is the Staedtler Magnascopic Dew, to draw in the drop shadows. They're not perfect, but I would say they're imperfectly perfect. And I write this week with a little bit of blue shading at the back, and I draw blue blobs as well for this week's important things. And then I end up writing the days of the week. I'm not doing calligraphy, I'm just writing simple days, simple things that we can do. And then I use a washi tape again with a contrasting color to put on each day. Again, it looks like everything is held by washi tape. As the theme for this month is planner accessories, so I really enjoyed how it looked like. Then I went in my sticker book and I found another sticker from TCMC shop that I really like. I put in this week. Then for each of the day, I found this emoji, the peeking emoji, I decided to put in. I thought that it brings some interest in it, in the whole spread, and I really like how it turns out. Then I again go back to all my different pages just to see if I can add in washi tapes, if I can add in any other stickers to make everything look more interesting, because this is my first spread, so I can't really do everything in a go. I have to take time to see how I can improve these things. So I add in a bit more washi tape, and then I was not very happy with the mistake I made on the first page with the calendar, because I have 8 days for the week. So I decided to cut a little page from my perfect book, and then I decided to draw the calendar with the same thing, but of course with 7 days right here. And I made sure this paper is a little bit larger, so it's going to hide my mistake. And then again I use my ruler to draw in the straight lines using my Energel 0.5 pen. After I did that, so before actually in my calendar that I don't like, I used this same pen to write in the dates and I didn't really like the look of it. So this time I went with my Muji gel pen. It's a little bit thinner to write the date, so it kind of looks a little contrasting with respect to the border, if that makes any sense. So after I finished this, I just used my normal double-sided tape. I know it's a little bit thick. I use that to stick my improved and new calendar on top of the old calendar, and the little planner sticker I have on the right hand side, it had to be peeled and then I had to stick it again, but at the end I was very satisfied. It wasn't eyesore, and then of course I added a little bit of washi tape over there as well. So I think my spread looks really nice, and I'm just going to give a little 3D effect to the quotation as well. I think it just pops off, and I really like this quotation for this month. I think it's going to be my mantra for this month. And after I finish everything, I'm going to add one last sticker on my title page. I think now everything looks so cohesive, and I was really happy with how my spread turned out for the very first time in this book. So this is how my flip through looks like. I was really happy with it, and I'm so excited to use it for this month. Please follow my channel and please follow me on Instagram for more videos like this. Thank you so much. Bye bye.